Mrs. Ajayi, please unmute yourself.
I've done that.
Oh, okay. Can you see the
Slides.
slides now? Yes.
Slides, yes.
Okay. Okay. So what normally happens, Mrs. Ajayi? Okay. What's her name? Who is she again? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another webinar session from Post-Service Department. Right now we have just 10 participants, so please kindly indulge us to wait for some 2-3 minutes for more people to join us before we start officially, please. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, everyone, once again. More people have joined in, so I think we can just go ahead. Yes. My name is Bisi Roland from Post-Service Department, Office of the Head of Service. I welcome you once again to another webinar session with the topic Adjusting Investment Portfolio to Reduce Risk and Ensure Stability in Retirement. The head of service, Mr. Agoro, is unavoidably absent on official assignment, and the permanent secretary too, Mrs. Sukomi Oyebola, and our director, Mrs. Jodala, they all have official assignments that they're attending to this morning. So I'll be your host for today. And I'm very sure we will have a very insightful session. Our facilitator for today is Mrs. Folashade Ajayi. So I'll just quickly take a rundown of her profile. She is a graduate of Abia State University, and she also attended University of Sydney with a focus on business management and psychology. She has authored 5 books, and she frequently appears as a guest on television and radio programs whilst discussing issues within her professional career. Mrs. Ajayi is regularly invited to speak at conferences and seminars on issues related to family, relationships, sexuality, and mental health. Her core values include time management, excellence, love, and integrity. Mrs. Ajayi, we welcome you to this session and we appreciate your presence. So right now, please kindly unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Hello, Mrs. Ajayi, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
All right. Good morning once again.
Good morning.
Yeah. So the floor is yours.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm here this morning to talk about how to reduce the risk of our investment portfolio as retirees. I've been in the financial industry for 22 years, and what I usually tell people is that we must, every point in time, update our knowledge about our investments. And that will help us to be able to reduce risk as much as possible. I have 30 minutes for this discussion, and I would like and want to crave our indulgence to make this session a very, very interactive one. And because when we discuss, we are going to be, rubbing ideas together to be able to come to a reasonable conclusion. So by the way of introduction, strategic portfolio investments are essential for mitigating risk and enhancing stability in retirement. This presentation will explore effectively strategies to ensure a secured financial future while adapting to market changes and personal circumstances. So let's talk about our retirement goals. I would like to give 1 or 2 people the opportunity to share with us some of your retirement goals. And I would like us to take it up from here so that we can have a very robust engagement. So I don't know who wants to volunteer to tell us, to talk about their own retirement goal, because in ensuring that we are able to reduce risk in our investment portfolio, I need to understand our retirement goal. So I will cite an example for us to be able to understand what I'm talking about. So I'm very close to a family. They are a family friend. They are retired. And usually when I'm having a discussion with them, they'll tell me, Madam, I just want to have made enough money. I just want to travel around the world with my spouse, So we all have our own retirement goals. And when we have that at the back of our mind, that there's a goal we are working with, that will help us to be able to advise us on how best to manage the risk that comes with our goals. So I would like to take 1 or 2 people. on their retirement goals. Thank you.
Would anyone like to share an experience? Madam Obadino, would you like to say something?
Good morning.
Hello.
The house.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hello. Good morning.
Good
My
morning.
own retirement goals has to do with finding time to rest and enjoy myself after I've labored a lot. Part of it includes knowing the places I have never been to. I've never been to America, and I've never been to South Africa. I have traveled to some other places which I've enjoyed myself. So I want enjoyment and peace of mind to be part of my goals. I don't want hustle to be running helter-skelter again. That is not part of my goal. My goal is to have peace of mind, to rest, to travel, and to make sure my financial, my finances are okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Mrs. Obadino. That's a very good one.
Thank you, ma'am.
Can I take one more
Yes,
before we go ahead?
Mr. Onifade, do you like to say something?
Yeah. I think my goal is to consolidate on my investment so as to earn what I'm still earning this time and travel around the world.
Thank you very
Okay.
much, Mr. Onifade, for sharing. From this interaction, I'm able to gather that some of us would like to rest, having worked for some numbers of years, major part of our life, of course. We want to be able to manage our health, and we want to travel around the world. That's a very, very, very good goal. But what I would like to say is that before we are able to achieve our set goals, we must understand the goals, what those goals is going to cost us. So if I want to live very healthy, I'm supposed to eat healthy, live a healthy lifestyle, have time for exercises, eat right, eat well. These are things I'm going to be doing to ensure that I'm able to work on the goals that I've set for myself. So what we are saying here is that for us to be able to reduce the risk of our investment, we must understand our goals. So I'm going to be using some of the interactions we've had from Mrs. Obadino and Mr. Onifade, talking about health. Our plans to be able to maintain our health, because today being healthy is very, very important for us to live long. And some of us, because of some of the things we have experienced in life, some of the things we have faced in life, we are managing some health issues. And for us to be able to manage those health issues appropriately, some of us, we are on drugs. Some of us, we are on a particular lifestyle. And the truth of the matter is that maintaining our health today, looking at what is happening in the economy of today, is very, very expensive to maintain a very healthy life, especially when you are managing your health, when it involves drugs and the likes. So what are we going to be doing? We are going to be gathering information on how to get those drugs in a way that will be discounted. Today, we have so many organizations doing stuffs. in form of multi-level and the likes, this automatically will help us reduce the cost we spend on our health. This is just an example.
Hello, madam.
Hello?
Ms. Ajayi, please,
Yeah.
could you hold on for a little while? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to inform everyone that Mr. Bode Agoro, our head of service, has joined us on this session, and I'm sure he would like to say something to us. Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
How are
sir.
you doing? How was everybody?
Good morning, sir.
Capo, Commissioner 2. Carol.
Good morning.
Oh, Commissioner 1. Commissioner 1. Commissioner 1.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, permanent secretaries, directors present, retired PAMTEX, Mrs. Odeneye, I think she's there. Capo is there, former Capo, now Commissioner 1. Is
Maggie
around.
is also
I
there.
see Maggie Kosio is there.
Yeah, Maggie Super.
Mrs. Adebuji Onikoyi is here.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ ma.
Good morning,
Káàárọ̀. Ẹ káàárọ̀. Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Ṣàlàáfíà ni.
Adúpẹ́.
God bless you, sir. It's always nice to be on this Zoom meeting. Sorry, I've not attended some, but I shall endeavor to do better.
My
sir.
God bless you, sir. Yes,
Thank you. Sorry to have interrupted the.
no problem. It's a welcome one, sir. We're happy to have you.
It's a very important topic. So it's very. I commend the Sidura for putting this up. It's crucial, and retirement is something that everybody will look for. Everybody is looking forward to. So, and it's crucial that we understand what happens thereafter, because it's like a journey into the unknown. So thank you for arranging this, Mrs. Drodola. Well done.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your presence, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Ajayi.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Sorry for the interruption. We're very sorry.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right.
For your
Please go
encouragement.
ahead.
Yeah. So I'm talking about understanding our retirement goals. So I was talking about living a healthy lifestyle. This will help us to be able to reduce as much as possible what we're going to be spending on our health. So we have various ways to be able to reduce what we're going to be spending on our health. There are, some wellness organization who have series of programs and products that can help us to be able to maintain our health and wellness goal during retirement. So it's important that we seek for information, education that will help us. Sometimes people, because of the economy of the country now, you realize that drugs are very, very expensive. So when we go through this route, we'll be able to reduce what we spend on our health and wellness. So I'd like to quickly talk about adaptability and flexibility. In trying to be able to manage our investment portfolio, we need to be in the right frame of mind. So our mental health is very, 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 very germane. Sometimes we lose some investment, we win in some investments. When we lose in a particular investment and we are very angry, if we cannot manage our emotions, it will be very, very difficult for us to take another buying decision. And most times our inability to be able to manage our emotions will lead us into taking a wrong, buying decision. So it's very, very important that when we understand our retirement goals, It will help us to be able to reduce the risk of our investment portfolio. So your retirement goals to drive your investment goal. When Mrs. Obadino was telling us some of our retirement goals the other time, she said she wants peace of mind. She wants to travel around the world. When you understand your retirement goals, you'll be able to drive your investment goals as well. So one of the things you need to do is, what will the cost of your going around the world cost yearly? Your present investment portfolio, is it the returns you get on those investments, are they able to cover your retirement goals, like staying around the world? So it is important that every point in time we ask those questions so that it will be able to guide us in making the right decision when it comes to reducing the risk of our investment portfolio. So now I want us to understand what portfolio risk is all about. It refers to the potential value fluctuations leading to reduced returns or losses. You know, when it comes to the issue of portfolio risk, sometimes losses do occur. But it is important that when we take calculated risk, we'll be able to reduce as much as possible the risk involving some of our investment portfolios. So portfolio risk management is the process of identifying. We first identify, secondly, we evaluate to be able to see if our investment goals matches with the current investment we have, and to be able to manage it appropriately. I'm going to use this example. Sometimes we go into investments because our friends are into such investment. We go into a particular type of business because we have friends who are doing such businesses. The truth of the matter is that there's a lot of things that comes with investment, business, owning a business and doing stuffs. Your personality is part of what affects positively or negatively some of the investment you are into, the businesses that you have found yourself in, that you are doing currently. For example, if someone is doing a business that involves people owing you money, and your personality, you don't know how to go after what people are owing you, you may lose a lot of money because you are not, you can't manage your personality with your risk. I was telling somebody recently, I said, if I was to be selling stuff and I have a lot of people owing me, what I will do is to visit them and spend some time with them to know what they are going through and to know how to advise them to be able to help pay back what they are owing. Some people will not even ask when people are owing them money because they don't know how to ask. So it is important we understand the risk of the kind of businesses or the investments we are going into for us to be able to succeed and do well and manage our finances appropriately. I would like to talk about how does investments risk analysis, affect the types of risk. The first thing I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to just talk about some of the risks that affect us as retirees. The first major one I'm going to be talking about is inflation risk. We all are going through what we're going through in the country, and we know that inflation is affecting everybody because prices of goods and services are going up, in a very alarming rate. So what we need to do in managing our risk is to understand that inflation risk is part of life, is part of economy at every point in time. So what we need to do is to ensure that the investment portfolio that we are trying to manage or maintain, as much as possible, will not be affected directly or indirectly with inflation. Today, you are in a particular business, you are selling a product. The product is sold for a particular amount today, and tomorrow the prices have changed. There are strategies we need we need different strategies that will help us. Today, even as retirees, I know that some of us are very computer savvy. We are online most of the time. Some of our children are very good. They are very vast on the internet. They can help us through some of the dynamics that is going on online now to be able to manage our risk, to be able to manage inflation, to be able to manage our businesses appropriately. There are tools online that can help us. There are tools, information is everywhere. But when we don't seek information, we may not be able to get as much as possible to be able to understand how to manage our lives, manage the risk of our, in our investment portfolios, and being able to live life to the fullest, being able to enjoy life, like Mrs. Obadino put it the other time. Some of us want to travel around the world. We know that currency risk is a major risk. The cost of forex is very, very high. Some of us, we have people abroad who can help us get some of these things done in a manner that will help us to be able to achieve our retirement goals. So at every point in time, whatever risk that your investment portfolio is involving, there are ways to be able to go around it. Information is key. And at every point in time, we must learn to seek for information. I'd like to talk about the importance of diversification. Diversification is a fundamental strategy for reducing risk. It involves you spreading your investments. It is important that in the season where we are now, we must learn to spread our investments, diversify. Today people are into real estate, farming, into money markets, bonds, different kinds of investment. But we must understand our retirement goals to be able to understand the particular investment portfolio that will help us to be able to achieve our retirement goals. By doing so, it will help us to be able to achieve our retirement goals. So we need to diversify. It is not possible for all your investment if you diversify or if you spread your risk, if you spread your investment, it is not possible for all your investments to go down the drain, even if there is problem in the markets. It is not possible. So it is important for us to be able to manage our risk. We must spread our risk. You have some money invested in money market. You have some money invested in bonds. You have some money invested in real estate. You have some money invested in farming. You spread your risk. So if a particular sector is going through downtime, it then means that because you have spread your investment, you will not go bankrupt. I like to talk about rebalancing your portfolio. Regular rebalancing of your portfolio is essential to maintain your desired asset allocation. This process helps manage risk and can improve long-term returns, ensuring your investments remain aligned with your retirement goals or objective. Sometimes you need to make some decisions to rebalance your portfolio. Today, I remember that some years ago, I had some money in the stock market. And at that particular time, the stock market was not doing well. And because I lost a lot of money, I left the stock market. I sat with someone recently who has been doing the stockbroking business for years now. And she told me that after I left the stock market started, coming back and all that. And she told me that in the last 10 years, she's not been doing anything except managing her portfolio in stocks, and she's doing very well. She's achieving her goals and objective financially. So sometimes when we fail, especially when it comes to our portfolio, financial portfolio management, when we fail, let's just sit back, reevaluate why we fail. Sometimes it could be buying decision. It could be the decision we make at that particular time wasn't right, and that was why we failed. That doesn't mean that that market will not bounce back. We must understand the trend, and when we understand the trend in the market, it will help us to be able to make the right buying decision. So it is important that we keep tab to what is happening in the markets in any sector where our investment is. So I would like to talk about adapting to market changes. Market conditions are constantly evolving. Being adaptable, responsive to economic changes is vital. Adjusting your portfolio based on market trend can help mitigate risk and capitalize on a new opportunities for growth. Like I said earlier, we need to adapt to market changes. I'm going to cite an example. So looking at real estate, stockbroking, farming, and the likes. Sometimes when there is crisis in a particular sector, move some of your risk to another sector that is doing well. Try to balance your portfolio. For example, if you are investing in about 5 places, share your risk accordingly, especially to adapt to market changes as at that particular time. If your investment is 100%, you have 30% in the first investment, you have 20% in the second investment, you have 20%, and you have 30%. If the sector where you have your 30% is not doing well, you can reduce to about 10%, move to a particular sector that is doing well. That's why it's important for us to learn how to adapt to market changes. In that way, we'll be able to reduce drastically our portfolio investment risk. I would like to talk on assessing your risk tolerance. Understanding your own risk tolerance is crucial. This involves evaluating your financial situation, investment goals, and emotional capacity to undo market fluctuation, tailoring your portfolio to your risk profile. It can lead to a more secured retirement. Basically, the reason why we're having this discussion is to be able to manage our portfolio at retirement. This is not a time that we are running around to make a whole lot of money, but it's a time that what we have made over the years, we're able to manage it appropriately so that we can have the best time during our retirement. So we must learn how to assess the risk tolerance. That's by managing our emotions. We are able to think appropriately, to strategically take the right decision at the right time in managing our portfolios. So I'd like to talk about the role of a professional guidance. I said earlier that I sat with a stockbroker and she was trying to advise me that are leaving that industry is not the best if I really want to balance my portfolio. So today it's important, like we have a family doctor, we have a family priest, or whichever way, we should have a professional guidance that will help us, give us advice from time to time on how to spread our risk appropriately, on how to spread our investment. So it is important we have a professional that will guide us from time to time. I want to talk about monitoring and adjusting strategies. It is important that we continuously monitor how our investments, is doing in all the sector where we have our investment. Regularly reviewing your investment performance and making necessary adjustments can help maintain your desired level of risk and ensure progress towards your retirement goals. In conclusion, it is important that we utilize the information at our disposal with the right mindset and sound judgment to determine our best course of action. Ultimately, achieving a fulfilling retirement is your personal responsibility. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ajayi. We appreciate your insightful presentation. Thank you. Everyone, thank you for more participation. Now we have 72 participants. Okay, that's good. So before we go on to the question and answer session, I'd just like to remind us that we should, if you have any question or any contribution, just please kindly raise your hand or use the chat box. But before then, I'd like to take a recap of her presentation. Once again, the topic is adjusting investment portfolio to reduce risk and ensure stability in retirement. And she emphasized the importance of making strategic adjustments to our investments so that we can maintain the financial stability and security. And she explained that it's essential to always revisit our retirement goals periodically. We should reflect on what's important to us, as shared earlier by two participants, be it maintaining a comfortable lifestyle, taking care of our health, spending more time with family, leaving a legacy for loved ones. So all these points would give us a clarity on how we can guide our financial decisions. She also made us understand that risks don't disappear in retirement. There is always risk in the stock exchange market, and it changes, it fluctuates, and the values of investments fluctuate, like I said earlier, due to factors like credit risk, price changes in the market, interest rates, inflation, and some other unexpected events. And this would definitely give us information on our decisions about money. Yes. She also mentioned managing risk through diversification, which means spreading investments across different types of assets, such as stocks, such as bonds, real estate, and things like that. And all these protect our retirement funds. And we should consider reviewing our investments so that they are well diversified. Giving an example, if you initially invested in stocks for growth, instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, you might want to shift from, just stocks and move to bonds or to safer assets. She also discussed about the changing market conditions, that the financial world is always, changing. And if inflation rises, it's better to, protect so that you won't lose so much of your investments. And she advised that we work with a financial advisor if we are not doing that already. I'm sure many people would have a stockbroker already, but if you don't have, it's advisable you do that so that the advisor can provide valuable insights on how we can navigate, how we can manage our retirement funds effectively. Yes, that's basically what she presented, and much more, of course. So we'll leave unmute people so that if you have any questions for Mrs. Ajayi, she would attend to your questions. So please, do we have any questions?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, ma.
Yeah, my name is Mrs. Raji.
Ms. Raji, good morning. Yeah.
Good morning. Yeah, mine is not really a question. I just want to make a little contribution to what the lady said. In as much as it's good to have a stockbroker as a kind of financial advisor, I just want to chip in that you should not leave the stockbroker alone without any a kind of monitoring, because they too can be very funny. So you need to know what you are doing. You must be abreast of the situation in the country. It's not enough to just leave your stock or your investment to just the stockbroker without close monitoring, because sometimes they can sell off your stock and you will not know. So it is good for you to be informed. That is my point.
All right, ma. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma. Ms. Ajayi, did you hear that?
Yes.
Hello.
Okay.
Good morning.
That's very perfect, yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Kilanko
All right, sir. Good
Samsalanyenka.
morning.
I appreciate the lecture. The lecturer actually delivered the lecture very well, and I appreciate the content of this lecture. I just want to add that our pensioners should now be very careful with all these sharp investments, where they say you should bring 20,000, it will become 100,000 next week. Most of those investments are just a trap. They are pseudo investments. They are not real. We should be very careful about investing our money there. The best and the most secure investment is a treasury bill. We call it gilt hedge investment. That's the most, the less risk investment, but the interest rate may be low, but it's even high now with the adjustments in the rate, MPC, by the central bank. If we have enough money to put in a secure place, you can sleep and you won't lose even your sleep when you invest in a treasury bill. I would advise that in the mix of the portfolio, like we have been advised, that we should have a mix of a portfolio, because God forbid, all the investment cannot suffer the same setback at the same time. But the truth of the matter is that if anybody says he will not encounter it anywhere, he's not ready to invest, risk will come. But we thank God that we are being taught on how to diversify our investment. We don't put all our egg in one bag. That's just a little contribution I want to make. Thank you. And I thank the presenter and the coordinators. Sure.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate your contribution. Mr. Latif Lawal, would
Yes,
you like
please.
to say something? All right.
Yes, good morning. My special appreciation to the head of service, the PSO, and the coordinators for this kind of training. I particularly appreciate the topic on how to rediversify, how to mitigate risk on investment. But my contribution is, sincerely, I believe this office is doing very well. But I think they will do more if they gather people that are still working, that are still earning regular income, and advise them on the risk element of investment. Because very soon, or sooner than later, they will retire. And they will see that the kind of training we had when we were service may not meet the challenges of today's business world. So my advice is that all of us should be carried along. Let us have this kind of training while we're in service so that we don't just put our money where we will not have our mouth or any say. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. But just for your information, it's not only retired officers that are on the platform. There's some serving. Yes.
Okay. That's very good.
We appreciate that. We'll put that into consideration.
Thank you very much, madam. We appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, sir. Any other questions, please? Okay, I don't think there are questions. Mrs. Ajayi, some people are asking for your contact. So please, everyone, I'm going to leave her contact in the chat box so that you can contact her for any questions. Maybe, I don't know why we don't have so many questions, but I'll leave her contact in the chat box. Hello, Ms. Ajayi, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Is on the slide. The last is after this slide. My contact is
we are typing. Yes. We are about to type it on the chat box. So do you have anything to say about the comments that were just made?
Okay. I would like to say that any investment we're going to be going into, ensure that it's an investment that will help your beneficiaries get benefits when you are no more. I was in the bank for 12 years. I can share this with us that most people who leave money in the bank, and most times they will ask people to go and get what's it called now? To go and get letter of administration, and that could take a long time, maybe a year or two. And before you know it, family members can get tired and they may abandon such money. So it's important that whatever investment we're going into, maybe not be all, some should have security that will enable some of our beneficiaries to be able to have access to those funds without problem. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ma. Her contact has been dropped in the chat box, but I'll just call it out. 080 338 12349. Her name is Mrs. Folashade Ajayi. I'll just take the number again. 080 338 12349. 349. Oh, okay. We have someone in the chat box. Can I meet them? Oh, okay. The person would like to meet you. Anyway, we've dropped the number, so you can please call her. TechnoSpark 4. I don't know who that is, but TechnoSpark 4. You can call her to ask her any questions you have on your investments.
Excuse me, can I add something to what Mrs.
Oh, yes, you can.
Folasade Ajayi said? So, what I want to say, because I know we are almost very religious. Whenever we say it, the answer will be very different. I will advise all of us, even our people, that they should do will. We should do our will. When we write our will, the reason behind it is this: I will not die, but as I live, one day we will all die. And the will speak from the grave. They say the testament, the dead is speaking from the grave. The way you want to allocate your properties and the proceeds of your investment, both the capital and the interest, is stated in the will. Will is very important and very crucial. That will save our children and the beneficiary a lot of stress. Mrs. Ajayi mentioned death of administration. That's the law. Once somebody died intestate, that is, those who don't have will, the best option and the most important option is to go for letter of administration. It takes time, most time between 6 months and 1 year, and it costs money. Even the investment they want to appropriate will also be taxed by the government. So it is wise for everyone to have will. It's not that we are anticipating death, but whether we like it or not, death will come one day. Please, let's look into this angle. Even if it's 1 million, even if it's 2 million, that will not divide our children. You know, a very special case is in court, almost last 10, 15 years. The children of Rotimi Williams, they can still not agree amongst themselves on how to allocate or how to divide their father's property. You know, because he assumed, because he has one wife and he has some children, there will not be contention. There may be contention till tomorrow. The properties of Baba, only the banks are enjoying the proceeds. Let's do our will. It's not costly to write. Approach Ministry of Justice, approach lawyers.
Hello, sir, Mr. Akilanko. Hello, Mr. Olayinka. Okay,
Yeah,
I think it, okay.
I've finished.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
No,
Thank
we've
you
lost
very
you
much.
for a while, but okay.
That's a very valid point raised by Mr. Kilanko. Very, very valid point. And it's not expensive to get a will. It's very important for us to get a will. It's not only debt. We can even have it for so many other reasons. So it's important we get a will, and it's not expensive. If you need guidance on that, I can equally provide information on how to get your will. Thank you.
All right, ma. Thank you once again for that. On this note, I'd like to please call on anyone to kindly appreciate our facilitator for today for the wonderful presentation. Is anyone?
On behalf of the participants,
Thank you, sir.
I want to appreciate our Mama Yad for doing a very good job. I've never listened to a lecture before, but I was deeply encouraged. She knew the subject and she dug into the roots of the risk and taught us a lot of things that we should do to diversify our portfolio. We appreciate you for your knowledge. We pray that God continue to be with your company and you shall continue to thrive and grow. And to all of us, we pray that God will spare our life and will continue to enjoy the fruit of our labor. I know we have gain knowledge today. Either one or two, I know we'll put them into good use. We appreciate our head of service and the post service department for all this effort that they have given the pensionable retirees and people that are in the service. God bless our head of service and God bless our permanent secretary and post service department and everyone that has hand in the organization of this wonderful lecture. We appreciate you all. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Mrs. Fatima Brimo, do you have something to say to us, please? Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Just like, yes, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It's an eye-opener, and we really appreciate the HOS, the PS, everyone that contributed in one way or the other to this training. We look forward to more robust training like this. God bless you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so on this note, like we usually do, I would like everyone to please unmute themselves to say a hello to each other. I'm sure we've not seen each other in a while, and we always use this avenue to say hello. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, man.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Michael Daudu, good morning.
Good morning, Michael Daudu.
Good
morning, everyone.
Good morning, Kapo.
Good morning, Michael Daudu. How are you? Yomi Pataki.
Mr. Nuga. See you next time. Love you all.
How are you, sir?
Good
morning.
Good morning, all.
How are you? Good morning, no.
Invest well.
Good morning. Thank you, everyone. God bless.
God bless all of you.
Good morning.
All of us. It's good to hear our voices.
Mr. Lusanya, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Let's see your faces.
I appreciate you. Good morning. Mrs. Adekoye, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jibade.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
It's good to hear your voice.
Sholarin, that is always checking on me. Margaret Sholarin, good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning, all my dear
Good morning.
I appreciate you all.
The head of service is still with us.
Congratulations and thank you for this wonderful webinar.
Thank you, HOS. I greet everyone, the matron. I greet you too. Thank you. Matron is well.
Bless you.
Good morning, no.
Good morning, sir. Bless you, sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Any lovely day. Have a wet day. Make sure you are planting. Don't waste this rain. Plant something.
Yes, thank you.
Environmentalist.
Make sure you plant oregano.
Then some crops.
Give us the seed, so or the stems.
I will give you for as many as are interested. HOS, you are getting a pot of oregano.
Yeah, I planted.
Let me have one too. Let me have one too. Okay, thank you.
Right. So we'll have another session in 2 weeks by the grace of God, and we'll talk about health this time around. So please kindly log in. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Bye, y'all.